blue, white, red mentor. So a deck with that we already viewed. It's the deck of the day in the undoubted. It's the deck that today has shown what is capable of bringing already Joaquin Skjold in the top 8 and having Stefano Lari fighting for the top 8, Riccardo Biava fighting for the top 8. So the other deck already in the top 8 are, one blue, white, red mentor. Togores, we don't know how he plays, but we will get informed. Neil Steamy plays Mud. Thomas Murray played 4-color fish. We see him playing before. And so, let's have a look on this matchup. David, what can you say on this matchup?
Well, this matchup is mainly based, first thing first, on the die roll. I mean, the two decks that are facing each other, it's a deck that tries to control the board, like Stacker, with basically, lock engine with Tangle Wire, Smokestack, and all the spheres. On the other side of the table, we have a deck with Mentor that obviously tries to drop Mentor in play and tries to make a huge bunch of tokens, which is both like an attacking force and permanence to sacrifice to Smokestack and tap to Tangle Wire. We have seen, for example, Shielda's deck list has got like 8 cards in the sideboard dedicated to the matchup against Artifact. So we might imagine that game 1, Muzara is definitely the favored. Unless obviously Larry wins the die roll and is able to drop like an early Monastery Mentor just to fill the board with tokens. But if I had to take my pick, I would go with Muzara's Artifact, especially if he wins the die roll.
Yeah, definitely. If Muzara wins the die roll, is like 80-20 to win the game. Unless obviously he's got an unlucky hand. Instead, if Larry wins 3 dice and is able to put in play a quick mentor, he can easily win the game, because the mentor it is also good in this matchup. You see that how this card is good against Artifact, is good in the mirror matches, is good against Fish, is good against pretty every deck, because it gives pressure, it gives permanent, it gives a possibility of pumping the mentor no matter what you do. No matter what spell you play, you can play a Mox and repeal another Mox, and you got 3 tokens and the 5/5 mentor. So this is a really strong card it's the card that is defining the format now, as probably Dark Confidant has defined the format in the past years. So
Also, the Artifact deck historically doesn't have many ways of dealing with creatures. Like, even in the past with 4 Twin Spheres, when the Artifact deck was at its best, it never really had a good way of dealing with even low-powered deck like Goblins or Fish, especially because of the fact that aggressive decks could just drop early creatures, maybe with abilities like Goblin Vandal or Grim Lavamancer, and then you're facing a 2/2 that actually makes more tokens, and obviously all those tokens just can end the game pretty quick.
yeah, Stefano Lari is got an end with a Brainstorm, with a Jace, with quite slow card. Instead, Muzara is got an end with very pimped end, with 3 Moxes, with a Wasteland, with very much things, pretty things. And Stefano Lari, I think, is on withdrawal.
So Stefano Lari
No,
is on the play, and that is possibly the only reason why he's keeping his hand with not much action, and especially no Moxes.
Yeah, he's got a Preordain, and you have to keep away both the 2 cards. He prefers a Preordain to the Brainstorm or to a Sensei Divining Top.
I mean, the problem with his hand is basically he has no Moxes. So not having any Moxes means that even a Chalice of the Void for 0 on Muzara's first turn will probably prevent him to develop his mana base.
Yeah, I don't like this play by Stefano first turn.
Honestly, if I was Stefan, I would have probably just mulliganed the hand.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't know which deck Musara plays, but I would have choose. I choose every time brainstorm between brainstorm and preordain. Musara starting with a tangle wire as a first menace.